Today I'm sharing with you a winter 10x10 capsule wardrobe. I absolutely love doing these videos because I think it just shows how you can really do a lot with just a little. So I'm going to run through the 10 items that I picked. I've got 2 extra pieces as well, which I didn't include as part of the 10 just because they're sort of items that you'd wear every single day. And then for the second half of the video, I'm going to share 10 ways that you can pair these items together. However, you can definitely get more than 10 outfits with these pieces. So let's just start with the first item, which is a black silk blouse. This one is from Boden, and what I like about this one is that it's pretty carefree. It doesn't really wrinkle too much, so even if you get some wrinkles at the bottom, if you leave it hung up, they just fall out, which I think is fab. Something like this is really good for the office too. It's just a really good basic. This doesn't have that wash silk feel like my Everlane ones or the equipment silk blouses, but I do think this is a really good one if you're after something that is a little bit less delicate. The second piece that I went for is my Hatch top. Now this is a few seasons old and it's actually a maternity piece, but I absolutely love it because there's room if you kind of decide to overindulge. This has this little button back detail, which I think is a bit special, and it's made out of a wool flannel, so it is super warm. I always feel really cozy whenever I'm wearing this, and I love the little trumpet fluted sleeves. The next item that I've got is more of a layering piece, but also one that I can wear on its own. This is just a black ribbed turtleneck from Everlane. I would have included the one that I had from Kate Sylvester, however unfortunately it got destroyed in the wash. There was a nail in there and it just shredded it to pieces, so this has been my replacement. And what I like about this is it's a little bit more carefree and it's also a bit lighter weight, and I love the little ribbed detail on it too. It's really nice and fitted. I think I went for an extra small, which is a size smaller than my usual, just to make sure it would fit close to my body. Then I have 2 sweaters. The first one is this black cashmere sweater from Mott & Bow. I've mentioned this before, this one isn't as soft as the white one, and I'm not sure if there's just discrepancies between batches, but did just want to mention that the Uniqlo one's probably softer than these, or no, they are softer than this, but a good classic crew neck in a black is just something that's going to go with absolutely everything. You'll notice I've actually got a really dark color palette for this. It wasn't intentional. Now that I'm just looking at it, I've kind of realized that I feel like I kind of gravitate towards those darker color palettes in winter. Then the only really light piece that I've got is my Joseph roll neck sweater. This is ultra cozy. I always feel really warm in it, and it's an investment piece that I'm so glad that I decided to pull the trigger on. I managed to snap this up 50% on sale. I've mentioned this so many times, but it's just been such a great wardrobe staple for me. Then for bottoms, I just picked 2. So I've got this Christopher Kane skirt. This is actually quite a few seasons old, and it's one of my pre-love purchases that I've made recently. I absolutely love the fact that this has got a camo design to it, and it's in a wool silk, so it's really heavyweight, a good one to wear for winter just with some black tights, and I love the style of it too. It's not A-line or anything, it's just quite kind of slim cut. Then I went for a pair of black trousers. Now I decided to go for my Grana silk trousers just for something a little bit different this time. These have an elasticated waistband, which makes them a little bit more easy to throw on. I think it just makes them feel a little bit more casual, but then the silk material really elevates these. I've got them in the regular length for anyone wondering. Then the next piece I've got is my Country Road black blazer. I bought this just as a really nice double-breasted option, and I adore it. It's got really good structure to it. Despite having a pretty high polyester fabric content in there, it is so well made. It has a really nice feel to the fabric, and it's really sturdy. I think this is just a really great piece to have to just kind of tie together your outfits. I feel like a really great way to make an outfit look chic is to throw on a third piece, which I have mentioned this in a previous video, and a great blazer is a good way to go. Then for shoes, I went for 2 more practical options, so ones that I could wear with tights without feeling uncomfortable. So the first pair that I went for are my Everlane Boss boots. These have a little bit of a block heel, but I find that I don't really feel like they're too high or anything. They're very easy to walk in because it is so chunky, and they have a silver zipper detail. They're just a good classic, and I think that they're a pretty good alternative to the Acne Studios Jensen boots if you want something that's got a little bit more height to it. And then as a slightly more feminine option, and one that I think would be a little bit more appropriate for the office, I've got my Everlane day heels in the black. Mine I've had for about 2 years now, and they are still going strong. Then the other 2 pieces that I mentioned are a really nice coat. This one that I have is from Edgy, and this one is 100% wool. It's really nice and luxurious. It's really long. It's one of those robe style coats or wrap coats, which I personally really love. I just think that they are really effortless, and they kind of have that very Scandinavian aesthetic, which is something that I've noticed has been creeping into a lot of my outfits. And then for a handbag, I just chose my Koyana Half Moon bag. What I love about this is the fact that the leather has a mock rock imprint on it, so it just makes it feel a little bit more special. And I also love the gold hardware. It doesn't actually go with the silver detail on my boots, but I just find I don't really mind mixing metals too much, and this one's a really good size. It fits all my essentials in it. So let's jump to all of the outfits. So for the first outfit, I thought I'd go for more of an office appropriate look. So I've worn that Country Road blazer. Underneath, I'm wearing the Bowden silk blouse, and I've tucked that into the Christopher Kane skirt. I really love this. I think those blues just really pop. Bag, obviously the Koyana one. And then on my feet, I've gone for the Eveline Day heels. So that is a look at the first outfit. So for this outfit, I've worn that black turtleneck, which I don't really think you're going to be able to see, but I've kind of layered that underneath the Country Road black blazer, which I've worn all buttoned up, almost just like a top, just because I feel like with the elasticated waistband, it just looks a little bit more put together. Then I've got the Grana trousers on and the Eveline Day heels, and of course the bag. I just feel like this is kind of the way that you could wear these silk trousers to the office. Obviously, Sydney winters are pretty mild, so you can actually bare a little bit of your feet, and it's not too bad. They're usually between 15 to 20 degrees during the day, most days. Yeah, I quite like the way that this outfit turned out. So this feels like a slightly more casual outfit. So I've worn the hatch top, which I'll show you without the coat on in a second, with the Christopher Kane skirt. And then on my feet, I'm wearing the Eveline Boss boots. Then again, I've got the bag, but I've also thrown on the edgy coat, which is just a really nice outfit finisher. And then here is how it looks without the coat on. So you can kind of see that really lovely little detail. I actually think this would be nice with the turtleneck underneath too, with maybe the sleeves peeking out just for an additional layer. Now, I absolutely love what a great layering piece that Eveline turtleneck is. And again, you're not really going to be able to see it, but I have worn it underneath, and it's covering up all of my neck, so keeping me very nice and cozy. I have got on my Mott & Bow black cashmere sweater, and I've tucked that into my Grana silk trousers and worn my Eveline Boss boots. I've got a little bit of my legs showing, and then I've thrown over my edgy coat on the top. So quite kind of like this. Again, this is kind of like a brunch weekend outfit, something really nice and cozy that I'm going to feel very comfortable in. For this outfit, I have paired the silk shirt with the Grana silk trousers, so kind of like a full-on silk suit. Now actually, I might try and show you the differences in the fabric of the silks. So you can kind of see here that the Bowden silk shirt has more of a sheen to it, whereas the Grana trousers have more of a washed effect to them. I've also paired those with my Eveline Day heels, so yeah, quite kind of a simple look, and I probably just throw that coat on over the top too. But yeah, that will give me sort of something like that. Now I have the Joseph oversized sweater on with the Christopher Kane skirt, again bag this time just over my shoulder, and I've paired it with the Boss boots. This to me is kind of like an easy weekend sort of an outfit. I love this sweater so much. It's so nice and kind of cozy, and I would probably just throw that edgy coat on over the top too if it was super cold. Something like this with a coat on as well. For this outfit, I've paired the hatch top with the Grana trousers. So I've tucked it in. I did try it worn loose, and I don't really think it works just because there's so much volume around the hips, but with a skinny jean, this top looks great worn loose. Then on my feet, I've gone for the Eveline Day heels. I just think it's quite a nice, quite smart actually outfit combination. And then of course the bag, which adds in some nice texture. Alright, so this time I have thrown on the Mott & Bow cashmere sweater, again with the Christopher Kane skirt. Just focus, there we go. And I've got on my feet the Eveline Day heels. Again, I think this is kind of a nice sort of a casual office outfit. Obviously maybe something that was a little bit lower down to the knees. This one's a bit shorter. It's more of a fashion skirt, but I kind of really like this sort of look, and it's a way that I would wear a skirt like this for winter. So this time we've got on the Joseph sweater with the Grana silk trousers, and this is so warm, so toasty. I have the edgy coat on over the top as well. my Everlane Boss boots and my little bag. But a really good little errand running outfit. For the final outfit, I've gone for that blazer and skirt combo again, but this time I've put on that turtleneck underneath. So it's really fitted and I think it just looks quite kind of formal but very sleek. Then on my feet I've thrown on the Everlane Boss boots. So yeah, I've got the Christopher Kane skirt on again and the country road blazer and then my little bag. I do hope you guys have actually been able to see the outfits because I know they're all quite dark and the lighting hasn't been the best, but hopefully it hasn't been too much of a pain and you get the general idea of each of the looks. So there you have it, those were my 10 outfits. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you're new here and you did, I'd love it if you could subscribe. I post style videos like this every Wednesday, Friday, and also on Sundays. And I will see you guys next time with a brand new one. See you soon. Bye.